Okay, so let's cross over now. We've heard from the Manchester United side of things with Samuel Luckhurst. It's time for us to get the Liverpool view ahead of this game tonight. Phil Thompson joins us. Phil, we're live. Good morning to you. How are you getting on?
Good morning. Very good. A little bit late getting in this morning. Flight was delayed from Tenerife, but looking forward to our chat this morning.
Tell me, what's your level of expectation for a big performance from Liverpool tonight, given the stop-start nature to the season that they've had so far?
Yeah, I think our boys are going to be up for it. My worry is Manchester United will turn up tonight, and you know that for how long depends on how the score goes. But I'm quite sure, listen, it's football. Manchester United, it's still, I don't care what people say, it is the biggest fixture in world football. No matter where the teams are positioned in the league, they'll be up for it. They'll be absolutely flying. That first 15, 20 minutes is going to be incredible. But I feel our lads are up for it as well. To talk about the two draws, being 4 points behind City. But we see what this Premier League's like with Manchester City's game yesterday. So I am looking forward to it. I'm up for it. I think the players will be as well.
The two performances haven't been the same, I don't think. The first game, they weren't very good. The second game, they were good but couldn't score. And that's different, right? Because you can...
Agree. No, without a doubt, it's a fair point. And I think I spoke to you, didn't I, after the Fulham game, and it wasn't good. There was a lot of complacency in there. But the Crystal Palace game, if people seen that match as I did, it was very, very good. You're quite right. We just could not score. You always run that risk because you have so much of the ball. You play that very high line. A good ball, a through ball can cut you open, and Zaha put it away really well. But the overall performance was very, very good. It's just, it was one of those games that we've all seen, guys. But if we turn up and we have that again, Man United, they're under a little bit of pressure, aren't they? A lot of pressure. I think they're going to have a go. And that means that they're going to have to come out a little bit. As we've seen with Fulham did have a go, but Palace sat back, defended deep. I think Manchester United are under so much pressure. I don't think the fans would accept them just sitting back and let Liverpool just have the ball for 65, 70% of the game.
So, can Liverpool use that to their advantage, their sort of knowledge of the Manchester United's position coming into it? Like, do you almost use your experience to anticipate that there's going to be a strong 15, 20 minutes? You sort of, Liverpool ease their way into the game and then sort of turn the screw as time goes on?
No, without a doubt. I think that'll be the mentality. Liverpool will try and keep possession to draw Manchester United forward, to make the play sort of be quite open. Manchester United will be nervous. They won't want to get caught. They will know Liverpool they are better in possession. So if they go looking for it, Ronaldo plays, he will be on fire early on. He will rush. He will try and close down. I don't think he understands the closing down, as great a player that he is. And Liverpool can get through that first line of defence. But that first 15 or 20 minutes will be absolutely hectic. Yes, we know about a demonstration. That will motivate them to the fans to an extent. So I just think Liverpool are going to have to ride it out. I think once that passes by, I think and hope that there's only going to be one winner.
Phil, does the City result actually allow Liverpool to be a bit more relaxed tonight? And in a curious way, it ratchets down the pressure, and so should actually give them the opportunity to perform more relaxed, more in themselves, a bit more confidence, and do you know what I mean? In a weird way, it shouldn't have any impact, but it does.
Exactly, and listen, these guys now have played together for quite a while. They know what big games consist of, how it goes. But yeah, they'll probably be sitting there and looked at it and said, "Oh, well, there you go." Everybody was having a go at Liverpool because they drew it at Fulham, because they drew against Palace. Well, there you go. City have gone to Newcastle, and what a game it was. And the game sort of, it ended in a draw. They were 3-1 down, and full credit to them, but probably at 3-3 they've come in and they've probably felt like it was a win, Man City. but it's still the points total. So yes, Liverpool a little bit ago. Well, there you go. The league can be quite open. It's not as over and done with as what people may think.
And what does that do? Does it just allow you to maybe risk a pass that you wouldn't have done, or does it have any impact?
No, not on that side of it. I think it's psychologically the players will be up for this. As I said, this is a huge game, no matter where it's at. You've seen how Liverpool approached it last year for the 90 minutes, and then at Anfield, they were up for it. After winning 5-0 at Old Trafford, they were still up for it. And listen, I played in games where we were the top dog, and Manchester United came and it was huge. And then I've seen for many years when Manchester United had their great sides, they were looking at Liverpool and they were 7th or 8th place in the league, and they didn't seem to have that motivation as much. But they were such a good side that they turned us over time, particularly in the Roy Evans era. So it was like that. But I think now both teams, huge respect for each other. And I just think with all that, the hype that's gone around this game, I think Liverpool will be up for it as much as Man United.
So what team are you looking to see on the pitch tonight then, Phil? I mean, Núñez is suspended. Firmino seems to be available. That seems to be the chat. I mean, is it a straightforward swap, or are you expecting to see something different?
Do you know something, guys? I just feel Firmino's made for this game against Manchester United. He draws people in, whether it's Maguire. You know, Maguire might not play, is a ploy to get into his head. Whoever it is who's playing at centre-back, to draw him in to those areas. Bobby Firmino's touch is always good. He'll be motivated. So I think this is a good fit for the game. You know, what happened with Núñez was wrong, but I think it just fits into Liverpool's pattern of play a little bit better for this match. So him dropping in there, getting that movement off with Diaz, Mo Salah, I think it's going to help us.
Who do you want to see in midfield?
Do you know what? It's a big question. I thought Harvey Elliott was absolutely fantastic against Crystal Palace. He might have played his way into this game early on. I do want to see Henderson back. That is an absolute must. So it'll be Harvey Elliott. It'd be lovely to see the young man, how he takes this game. But at the moment, with no Thiago, I think Harvey Elliott, with his touch, I think he could probably start with Hendo and with Fabinho.
And that team, like on paper, is a far superior team to whatever Manchester United put out. And so you have to, like we were talking about this earlier, Dan was making the evidence of the teams. That's what should make your mind up when you're thinking about what's going to happen, notwithstanding all the outside noise around Ten Hag and his team selection. Liverpool should be favourites, and they should be looking to go and punch their rivals in the mouth tonight, right?
Absolutely. If the both teams, Manchester United, as you're saying, with that pressure, Liverpool are the better team, without a doubt. If we play our proper game, if Manchester United come out and have a go and they try, because that has been one of the main problems. They don't know whether to stick or twist, to try the high press, which they've not been very good at and don't understand it, for 90 minutes. And if they try and come and have a go and go toe-to-toe, they know they could get hit. But then they know the fans will be demanding. Then if they're doing that and reluctantly people are stepping out, Liverpool will cut them to bits. That's what I'm saying here. The early pressure from Manchester United at 15, 20 minutes. If Liverpool ride that, don't concede a goal, because the goal will only motivate Manchester United then till half-time. I just see Liverpool running out. We will play our normal game. We won't change. And we can keep possession for fun. And it'll be interesting to see how Manchester United react.
I know you're making the point about the potential for whatever happens pre-match outside, and that feeding into the team's desire to go out and be aggressive and try and do something. But we were talking earlier on about the game that Solskjaer picked 3 at the back and defended, and they got a draw in 2019. There's if you're the Man United manager and you're desperate for something here, maybe you pick 3 centre backs and you go ultra defensive.
It's at Old Trafford, and that is the problem. Ollie can try and do that, and he was in a difficult position. And you think, what way do I go here? And if I sit back, it doesn't add up. At this moment, Manchester United, I think, are in that difficult position. What does Ten Hag do? Does he say, right, we're going to go for it? I don't think they have the players to do the high press. And I just think they're in such a difficult mode that will impact the way they play. They know what the fans are like. They know there'll be the problem with the demonstration and what guys that comes. And that they were hoping that if Rashford plays, Rashford absolutely turns up. If it goes his way, he'll give 90 minutes. He'll be dashing everywhere. If it's the Marcus Rashford that we've seen for the last sort of 9 months, if it goes wrong after 15 minutes, a lot of the players can disappear.
Did Liverpool, if you're a Liverpool defender, do you want to see Ronaldo's name on the team sheet tonight? In the context of what you mentioned there, he maybe not be best suited to the sort of the pressing that they might need to do. So I don't know. It's a strange one to be thinking it that way, but
it is a strange one because you're looking at this guy. I think he has to play for all those problems what I've mentioned there. He, more than anybody, if you do have one chance, you're likely to put it away. Sancho, Rashford maybe need a few chances to actually score, not with Ronaldo. And I think he might pick him with just that little bit of a thought. We might not get many chances. He is the one who's more likely to take it. So it is a difficult one. And I think he's got a few sort of team selections to hopefully get right. The
Maguire situation, right? They obviously view Maguire as a long-term asset. They decided to give him the captaincy during the summer, which maybe, I think even at the time people were wondering, is that necessarily the right thing? And now there's talk in the local press and the Manchester Evening News that he's going to be dropped for the game tonight. We'll see when the team gets named if his name is in the team sheet. What do you make of that handling of that situation at the moment, and what do you think is his future?
I think it's very, very, very difficult. I think at the moment it's hard for him to get out of this rut, isn't it? Harry Maguire likes to defend deep. Harry's not the greatest of pace, and he likes to sort of get the players around him, play what they call a low block. He's more than happy to sit on the edge of his box and play that way. That is not the nature of this modern game as we're seeing it. It's all about pushing up, pressing as a unit, the defence pushing close to the midfield to the forwards. Harry doesn't like to get caught out. And I think he knows that, which is creating a problem with his mind. He is a good footballer. He is a fine player, but he is in that predicament. I would think at this moment, as good a player he is, if there was a big offer on the table for him, I think Man United, Ten Hag would take it because that would sort his problem out. And I would think that Harry Maguire would think, I need a new start. Maybe a new way of playing will suit my game, because he struggled for quite a bit. Always played well for England, I have to say, because I think he is a fine player. But in this modern day, with his lack of pace, he too often gets caught out. And his confidence is absolutely at a low ebb. All the talk won't do him any favours. Having said that, Ten Hag might have called him in and going, a couple of days ago, listen, son, don't tell anybody, but you're playing. All the flack that you're getting, you have my trust. And that might help him tonight.
All right, Phil, give us your prediction for tonight. What do you think is actually going to happen?
I see it. The way we've started defensively, I see us conceding, but I think we will run out 3-1 winners.
Enjoy the game, Phil. Great stuff. Thanks a million. Cheers.
Lovely to that out.
You too. So Owen Sheehan's at that game tonight for us, and we'll be reporting in the aftermath about the pre-match, and then obviously whoever we can talk to afterwards as well.